Hey, I'm Kev, Mr. Cole. Welcome back to Monster Energy Supercross. Has Kev Hillman, he didn't get that result he normally gets in Toronto last time out. Can he maybe make things better in Daytona with a podium finish? So here is highest side under the beautiful sunshine here at the famous oval. But now it's time for the dirt to take over. The sand is going to be very soft like Toronto, and it's going to be even as chaotic. Look at the tough blocks flying, look at the riders flying, including Hillman. At the start of this heat race, he's dropped down to last, 20th. He's got lots of positions to make up, and so little time to do it. Just 4 minutes long in these heat races. He goes under a few riders though, up into 14th. Ahead of Dean Wilson as well as, hits a tough block on the outside. How is he still upright? They go for the final corner, trying to nail the throttle as he crosses the line in 17th. Not the opening up he would have wanted. He gets pushed into a tough block by Cooper Webb. And he's dropped to last as his Elkins lands on him. Not quite. Highside takes it back. But still, this is going to be tough. Very tough back here. No, the tough block pushes him wide. Oh, he's been told to pick his bike up by the officials. What? There's nothing he could have done there. He'd already lost time. Absolutely ridiculous decision there. To drop him back to last. And this was a very tough circuit on a 250 bike. Now let's see what it's like on a 450. It's already much tougher, it looks like. Let's go over the jumps. Oh, landed too close to the next jump though. Got to be careful. And that kills your momentum over that whoop section. And with it being a long lap as well, look at the time. We've just got 2 laps remaining here. What's he going to do in 2 laps from the last side? There's nothing he can do, is there? So we're just going to be setting up for the semi-final probably. Let's see if he can just get used to riding around here though. On this 450 bike, especially this first section. Could be satisfying if you nail it, but giant headache if you don't, like I believe Trott will have now. Yes, he's battling with Johnny Taylor, this time not for a transfer spot like in Toronto. Just to not finish last in the heat race, as once again doesn't nail that section properly. Where's he going, Highside? What the hell? Not a fan of the softer stuff, it looks like. On this KTM. May just got to use that rear brake a bit more. As he go over the jump. Once again, way too close, that second jump. Has to kill his speed. That's the good thing about it being soft though. You can do sideways stuff like that and get away with it. That's about the only good thing so far this race. He's still in last. He's got no pace rounder. This could be the worst race he had so far this season, and he was terrible at quite a few races already. As you go onto the penultimate lap of the race, all over the back of Trott. Can he make it by? Yes, he can. Down the inside. Really having to use that rear brake everywhere though, as Trott lands on him. Also tries to return the favour. Let's go through the right. Oh, and Trott's punted him off. What an arsehole. So the arsehole at Daytona is Trott then. Just takes down Highside like he's not even there. Absolutely ridiculous once again from the opponents. He goes for the right-hander. There you go, set up well for the jump. Once again landed way too close to the next jump. No, it's Malcolm Stewart struggling as well. Down in 17th on his Suzuki. Well, this is someone in the top 5 in the championship. Needs a result to be still in with that fight. And he's got no pace. Got nothing round her. 117. That's good for MX2. For 250s. That's not good. for these type of bikes. So for the 450s, as he gets past Stewart, who's seemed to have had an accident on his Suzuki. As he can't make that a triple as well. That's not good. Needs to make that a triple if he wants to be quick. As he's all over the back of Johnny Taylor. He might not finish last this race then, as he's actually found other people to ride with. But still, look at that, so poor on traction out of corners. On too much. Hey there. Now he's got to lift early. Doesn't quite work though. Dungey's already crossed the line in first. That's how far back Highside is. And how far back everyone else is. Look at Dungey winning by a country ride of his teammate. Then Arthur Basil through in third. And Dean Wilson in fourth. It was way down the order on that opening lap at the start. Battling with Highside. Tell two different races as he crosses the line. So it's KTM 1-2, Yamaha has Varner, Suzuki of Robert Engelhard just misses out in fifth. So Justin Barsha down the same, Cooper Webb in 8th, Blake Baggett in 9th. And there's Highside down in 19th. He finally got a decent lap time at 5 out of 15, but he needs to be closer to maybe the 14s or even 13s to be right up there. Let's see if he gets it together in the semi-final. So we are in the semi-final, where the top 5, remember, make it through. Out of the 16 riders who are taking part, so better odds for Highside. Let's see who can just survive the first corner. No, what? He lost the bike before the corner. That is strange. I've never seen that from him. Bike just seemed to go by itself. So he's in last again. But once again, ducking under a couple of riders. No, pushed wide. But Trent, no, you can see there's no grip there with this sandy surface when you're kind of off the racing line. Someone's so in front of Kawasaki. Oh, and he's hit him in the air, and someone's down in front. There's chaos as he's battling with the Suzuki of Barsha. Of Trent, actually. No, there, he's up into the top 10. He's got Malcolm Stewart in front on his Suzuki. Oh, and someone's into the back of Mitch Stewart Thompson, who goes down because he was an idiot twice. You can't do that. Karma bites you in the arse eventually. That seemed to be instant. So here you go. Malcolm Stewart, who finished 20th of the heat. Highside, who finished 19th, battling for a top 10 hit in the semi-final. But there we go, that's how you do that section. That's more like it, Highside. Fortunately not good at the double left after though. But he does get past Vince. And into this corner he's pretty good. So he's up to 8th. Transfer spot right in front. He's looking better already in this semi-final. Look at that, already matched as fast as that from that heat race, 1:15. As they go down the middle of a couple of riders, up into 6th. Engelhardt's in 5th, in that spot that Highside needs, as he lands on the Suzuki. Well, it's only for 6th now, as Elkins has snuck by on another Suzuki. Seem to be everywhere, and here comes Engelhardt trying to bust through. Oh, and here comes Vince Freeze, who wants a bit of action as well. They're all just lining up to get past Highside. Highside wants to fight back, but has to go wide. And now here comes another Suzuki. Seriously, they are everywhere this race. Let's go over the whoops section. Very tricky section. But Highside managed to get through there into 5th. Now he's got Blake Baggett in front and Eugene on the Honda. No, he's been taken out by an out of control Elkins. What was he doing, the Suzuki man? As he's now trying to push Highside into the tough box twice now. Absolutely out of control, that man. He's got 2 to go. Could that have been Highside's chance of going through in this semi-final, literally being knocked out of him? As he's down to 10, and now Malcolm Stewart's blocking him on a Suzuki. Seriously, just ban all these Suzukis. They're everywhere. Had enough of seeing them this race. So it's like 4 in a row in front. Go over the little whoop section. And then into the left-hander. Barely any air over that jump. Need all the air over this jump though. As you're on the penultimate lap of the race as well. Let's go over the jumps. He's making moves now down the inside of Stewart. Watch out, there's Elkins in front though. So there he is again, out of control, pushing Highside right. Cost him a place to Stewart, who almost crashes. He'll have to give Highside a beer after this race. We'll keep him upright as Cooper Webb's leading. Head of Porcel. Eugene in third. Highside is down. In 12th. Are you kidding? He's getting no luck round it. As he's got the Kawasaki behind him. Right behind him now as... Oh, it's Trot. It's that guy. Big A. On his outside. Yeah, Highside doesn't really care about Trot, does he? As he hits the tough blocks on this final lap as well. Doesn't matter. He's not going through now. Thanks to all these Suzukis. As he's got Johnny Taylor. Got Suzuki in last as well. With Justin Bahasha. Absolutely ridiculous how it's turned out this race. As he goes high, so down the inside, Cooper Webb's already through on his Yamaha. On the high side, he's going to be coming through, not in last, but still an extremely disappointing result. What could have been? As Reb wins by a huge margin in his Yamaha ahead of the Asvanis of Chris Porcel and Eugene. I thought he was on a Kawasaki. That's my mistake, or a Honda. And then we got Blake Baggett in fourth on the KTM ahead of the Honda of Vince Race, who makes it through just ahead of Engelhardt once again, just missing out on his Suzuki. Then you got the KTM of Trent, and then Suzuki Addy with Hillman in 12th. Let's see if he does make it for the last chance qualifier so as he can kiss the title goodbye. So here's Highside running up in the middle. There's only 4 riders out, the 22 make it through to the main event. Let's see if Highside will be one of them. Can he actually survive to the first corner? He can, but not many riders survive through it. Highside does though, that's his best start by a country mile. He does drift right in the double left though, but he's through in the transfer spot, is he? No, just outside it at the moment. In 5th. That's more like it. As he tries to go down the inside of Lacey from Honda. It's a good friend from Canada. And you got George Simmons in front, but Highside battling right up there. Where he should be. This is more like it. And he does make it up into 3rd. Got Patrick Elkins and Engelhardt in front on their Suzukis. Once again, Suzuki Addy, very prominent. That's high, so trying to make the move. Seriously, that corner is stupid. Absolutely stupid. There's the Honda tough blocks, trying to stop the KTM by making a move on the Suzuki. 4 seconds. It's got Elkins in front, in the lead. Looks like Highside's made the move, has he? Remember, he takes barely any air over that jump, though. And he has made the move on Engelhardt. Now there's just one guy to chase. Oh, over the last part of that whoop section. Not very good as Nikola Kawasaki in 5th. Trying to make it through. It's got Mike now all over the tail of Engelhardt and through into 3rd. There's Highside just about staying upright. There we go, 14. Haven't seen that all. weekend, and now he produces it when he needs to. So that's the sign of a champion. Now can he catch down Elkin? So you've got 2 to go. Remember, this last chance qualifier goes by in a blink of an eye. Guess that's a good thing for Highside, though. As you saw, it went a bit to pieces in the final couple of laps in that semi-final. At least there's less time for it to mess up now. Especially as he's going through at the moment. He's not kissing away his championship chances goodbye just yet. As he's all over the back of Elkins for the lead. Engelhart's taken back. Third from Alesi, and that's a good manoeuvre from Highside. He's keeping the bike upright as well going forward. Well, he tries to go a bit too sideways through that double left, but on this occasion he survives. And going on to the final lap of this last chance qualifier, he leads and does a 12.3. Where has this pace been all this time? See, when he's not battling anyone, he's pretty decent. His eyesight. But he's finding his form just when he needs to. Once again. This season. It's not been smooth at all. Once again, he's delivering the goods. He's being consistent at least. He maybe not be getting enough wins or podiums. But he's just doing enough to be still in that hunt. He's showing it again here at Daytona Beach. Around that Daytona International Speedway. What a venue. Do it as well. Show your worth. Maybe if he does well in this, you know, maybe the NASCAR teams will call him up. The old 500. As he's 1.9 ahead of Elkins. With the final couple calling no chance of him landing on his head this time. Let's go through the final corner. And across the line with victory. And a passage to the main event. So Hillman 1 ahead of Elkins by 1.2. Then Alesi in third. And Simmons makes it through on his Kawasaki. Not the Kawasaki we thought would make it through. Head of Trent on the KTM. Got the feel for Robert Engelhardt. Missed out by 1 position. In the heat. In the semi-final. In by 3 positions in the last chance qualifier. Always there or thereabouts. But doesn't make it through to the main event. Along with some big names. Malcolm Stewart and Justin Barsh on their Suzuki's not scoring any points here. But let's see how many Kev Hillman does.
The world center of racing, the legendary Daytona International Speedway. Win here, and your name is forever etched in the history books. But first you have to conquer the sandy course carved out of the trioval. Hi everybody, I'm Ralph Shaheen. Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship is set to fight for the glory that comes with winning at Daytona. The crowd is into it tonight. That will definitely get these riders pumped up as they wait for the gate drop.
You see his high side ribbon up then, right on the outside, alongside Elkins. And 3 says we get underway for the main event. Let's see if Highside can actually make it to the first corner. He can. There's not many fallers. Furniture not going everywhere either as he's battling with Dungey. As Roxon leads, ahead of Seeley, it's the 2 teammates alongside each other. Highside in third. Oh, he was. Now he's battling with Roxon, and here comes Muskin as well to take advantage of that little battle. We've got Justin Brayton behind. Jason Anderson in 6th. Where's Dungey then? The 4-man. The last couple of rounds. Pushed back by Highside at the start. Just like Highside's pushing Muskin. Getting reacquainted. After Toronto, as there's Dungey in 6th. Behind. Oh, and he's taken out Highside. You could see that coming. You could see that coming. Just now here comes Arthur Basil. Wanted to have some fun on this Yamaha. The Highside down to 6th. After getting taken out by Dungey. Maybe a bit deserved, though, that opening up, but still, that was hard racing. As he's got Muskin in fourth. It's Honda all winning though. This race so far. Having Roxon and Seeley right up there. As we come to the end of the first proper lap of the race. Hillman in sixth. Bit lonely in sixth as well. You've got a bit of a gap to Anderson behind. As it's Seeley, Roxon, Dungey, Muskin, Justin Brayton. No, who put a tough block in front of Highside there? Dungey, of course it was him doing that. But Brayton down to 7th behind Jason Anderson as well. As Highside battles with the Husqvarna. He's all over the back of Anderson. Needs to be making the move quickly though. Look at that 3 wide. Oh, and here comes Brayton trying to push his way through. But it looks like Brayton's just being held off by Highside. And now here comes Chad Reed. Having a bit of a battle. I'm not sure the world could handle Chad Reed and Highside being on the same A of the track again. But it looks like Highside settled into 5th. So you've got Dungey and Muskin in front, but importantly for the championship, you've got Cole C lead ahead of Roxon. It's Honda 1-2. KTM 3, 4, 5. Honda 6th, Yamaha 7th. As once again has not nailed that section. Might allow Brayton to come back and Reed. There they are. So takes the wide line and Reed gets into Highside. As they go 3 wide through the corner and Reed has forced his way through into 5th. Highside not having any of it though, gets into Reed. And there's Brayton as well. Some superb 3 wide action. As here comes Highside round the outside of Brayton. No, too much sliding though. But he's got the traction eventually and gets ahead of Reed back into 5th. He needs to finish at least 5th with the rest of the top 5 of the championship finishing in front of him. So 5th is the minimum he can finish. At the moment, it's going to be hard to finish there. He did his fast out 14.6, but that just means he's way behind the top 4. Got Brayton in front. Got Jason Anderson as well joining in with Reed. And it's like Brayton's holding on. Oh, not! No! Highside's taking him out. That's allowed Anderson. No! Brayton! Landed on him. Now Jake Reimer's here. And now Highside's got to push like a hell in the second half of this race to get into the top 5. As I said, finish in a minimum top 5. Nike's going to finish any higher though. That's the problem here. How strong that top 4 are. It's so consistent in the podium places in the top 5. And Highside, he may finish consistently in the top 10. That's not good enough. He's almost into the back of Brayton. As he tries to get the bike started again for that left-hander. What is going on for the right? Oh, poor that. 15. You're not on a 250 Highside. You've got to start producing 12s again. 11s. It goes out of the corner. That's better. That's a much better run. He's got Brayton and Anderson right in front. Reed trying to put away in 5th. Highside's got to make moves quickly on these two. He wants to catch Reed. Fortunately, Brayton offering a bit of resistance. Highside made it through into 7th then. That's one spot made up. Now with Anderson in front. It's going to be tricky. As Vardaman very strong. Very good rider. What the hell's going to the rear end? Come on. Section, don't fail me now. And you've been so good to us normally. Let's go through the final corner. That's a 13 at least. That's better. Not good enough still, but he's getting there. And you see Anderson is down. High side up into 6th then. So now he's got to catch down Reed. Look how far ahead Reed is after those couple of laps. He's got some work to do. 4.3 seconds. He's got to push like a hell. And that's not helping when the bike lands like that. There's no, what the hell? The bike just gained traction that when you do not want it, when you're trying to go around the corner. But still, he's still upright. That's the main thing, is we're into the final. No! Of course he goes down afterwards. As he's down in 7th. He can kiss goodbye to 5th. Maybe kiss goodbye to the championship now. As he's going to be around 40 points behind whoever's the leader. 40 points to make up in 7 races. It's unlikely as Anderson's down in front. Again in that section. As Vardaman struggling on the front stretch. And like high so you can see nicely over those jumps. As he's got Reed in front, Dungey down in 4th. Or Seeley. So Seeley and Dungey battling. So it's Muskin and Roxon battling for the lead as he's 5.3 behind Reed. That is horrible news. Over 5 seconds to make up in 3 laps. As for some reason a truck block just decides to go onto the racing line. That's always helpful. 5.1 behind, but look at the top 4. 12 seconds up the road. Shows how much just getting into a battle can cost you. Especially around a long circuit. Oh, he's 3.3 behind Reed. He's gaining. Let's go through the penultimate corner. There we go, 12.4 finally. Some decent pace from high side. And look at this, he's all over the back of Reed. As he tries to dive for 5th. Elbows locked. Not quite working on that occasion. But he can sniff a top 5 at least. Oh, and makes the move down the inside. Great move. Still Reed fighting back. I started having none of it, but Reed holds on. He goes down the inside again into the next corner. Oh, he gets the bump at the wrong moment though. As we've got 2 to go, we've got a fantastic battle here for 5th. Dungey down to 4 behind Seeley again. Stay upright, high side. Just about does it. Very tricky though with how rutted it is now in that double left. He goes down the inside of Reed. And again, trying to find room in the final couple of corners to make the move. Even with the battling, he's doing a 13. That's more like it. Why can't he do this early in the race? So clips a tough block. He's down. Get going. On the final lap as he chucked away 5th. Will Reed hold on his Yamaha to a fantastic result for the veteran. As he got Muskin down to 4th now. What is going on in the battle at the front? It's Roxon leading by a country mile. Well, Dungey, Seeley and Muskin are battling like a hell. He's 2.4 behind Reed. He's He's got some work to do as Roxon was miles in front. Very good for the championship for him. So here goes Highside. CD in second, making it a Honda 1-2. KTM 3-4. Can Highside make it a KTM in fifth? He's run out of time, hasn't he? Reed is going to hold on. Oh, for Highside, that's another top 10 result. As that was not his circuit at all down in Seb Header. Brayton, Anderson, Arthur Basil with a good top 10. And the champ header, Davey Millsaps on his KTM. So further down, Cooper Webb down in 17. Chris Porcel at the back on his Husqvarna.
That was definitely not the type of performance he was hoping for. He was never really a factor in the race and is going to have to find a lot more speed if he wants to win.
That man with the monster jacket looked very still, while Highside was very animated after that race. He's had some traction issues in the last couple of rounds, which have cost him big results, but he's still in the top 5, 26 points ahead of Anderson, but now 20 points adrift of Muskin, 36 points off the lead. Roxon holds by 5 points ahead of CD, who's further 2 points back is Dungey. It's still incredibly close between the top 3, between the top 4, just 16 points separates them with 7 races remaining. We've got Jason Anderson in 6th, Chad Reed 7th, Dean Wilson in 8th, David Millsaps 9th, Justin Brayton back into the top 10 ahead of Blake Baggett, and there's Cooper Webb in 12th. As we look through the field, around the top 20 is Porcel on 22 points. Top 30 is Engelhardt on his Suzuki. Has it still just 35 riders score points so far this season. So another slightly disappointing result, because it's still a great result finishing in the top 10 again, but he needs wins now. Just wins, podiums maybe, but wins definitely. Can he start and kick off that run around the Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis next time out? It was definitely not your best race, but still his fans are supporting him, including David, who says well done. I'm not sure he understands the context maybe of that result, as we will see he can get that win in Indianapolis next time out. So out for watching, we'll see you then.